If you want a picture of how this war is changing, this surely is it. These fighters wandering the mountains of Kunar province in northeastern Afghanistan say they fight under the Taliban leadership, but are not themselves Taliban, nor are they strictly Al-Qaeda. Operating here and across the border in Pakistan, they're fighting for an expanded Muslim state, which implements their own strict interpretation of Sharia. They call themselves the Salafi group.
We are operating in different groups, and all groups are under the Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan. And I ask all Islamic countries to support any Muslim nation in bad times.
Salafi beliefs promote the Islamic principles adhered to during the time of the Prophet Muhammad and his early companions. These fighters indicate that ideology has evolved into a movement. One of the fighters here wears US military fatigues and conceals his identity. As a group, they represent the complex nature of what the US and her allies are at war with.
If there's violence or extremism behind those movements, then we don't make a distinction. We're here to protect the Afghan people and work with the Afghan National Security Forces to keep away those types of influences.
The US has been criticized in the past for failing to understand the dynamics of this conflict. So, is it wise then to make no distinction between different groups of fighters?
It's a big mistake if they try to put them all together, because there is a possibility for the Americans and for international community and for the government of Afghanistan to separate them and to reduce the level of violence by putting them separately.
We've driven through the steep hills south of Kabul to SAROBI. What you're seeing out here, those mountain ranges and everything beyond it for hundreds of kilometers across into Pakistan, is now considered by most to be Taliban country. But the US is no longer fighting just one enemy here. Those opposed to the foreign military presence in Afghanistan are fragmented and disparate, but they are no less effective. This group is equipped with modern and apparently well-maintained weapons. They have a clear message for the US as it plans to deploy more troops.
We have a saying, when there is more prey, there is more to hunt. Increasing troops in Afghanistan will increase the fighting and casualties. As many times as they change their policies, they will not achieve anything, just as they have not achieved anything in the past 7 years.
These fighters will soon face some of the 17,000 extra US troops Barack Obama has committed here. The new president's address to a joint session of Congress could provide some detail of the strategy. But if this group of fighters proves anything, it is that the Afghan conflict is changing rapidly, and the United States must decide if it's still trying to win the war or just get out before making it worse.